Hey, it's Reed 104.3 The Fuse with Young Rising Suns. We got Andy, Julian, Max, and Steve. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Now, we were just talking off camera. You guys came, you came from Indianapolis, and then before that you came from Denver. At the exact time the tornadoes were coming through, crazy storm system. Tell us about that, because...
Yeah, I think we drove through a total of 7 tornadoes. I think we counted 7. And we just followed the storm system the entire time for the most part. And we tried to outrun it.
It was like the movie Twister. Like we just kept
we saw
going.
the cow fly across.
Yeah. No, we kept getting alerts. Like, and it was like every 10 minutes, someone's phone would go off and it'd be like tornado warning. Like take shelter immediately.
It's like that's where we are.
Yeah, we're just in the van, just like all right, let's just figure this out. But we were playing Duel of the Fates by Galactic Empire, like Star Wars. So it was keeping the energy up. You know, it just felt appropriate.
Yeah.
So. Again, before the cameras rolling, we were talking about hotels, and on my radio show last week, I was talking about continental breakfasts. So, might divide the band here, but I think I got you on my side. So, you're at a hotel, you wake up, there's a continental breakfast. Mm-hmm. Are you going in your pajamas, or are you putting clothes on?
Ooh.
Clothes on.
Yeah,
Clothes
I go clothes on.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, sometimes you gotta like wash off the shame of a continental breakfast after the continental breakfast. So like,
I'm going pajamas.
I respect that move. I don't get up at all. I always miss it. Like I'll sleep in and then I miss it entirely.
Julian, I will say he is the most committed to continental breakfast.
I am up at 6:45, showered, dressed, ready to go.
I like it.
I'm the first one. Actually, the other day where we outside of St. Louis, I was the only one there. It was awesome.
It's like all yours.
That's all mine.
There was
beautiful.
There was like one, I forget what city we were in, but you were on your like way out the door and I was like, why are you in such a rush? Like we don't lobby calls and you're like, I have to make breakfast.
I missed it by 1 minute.
They closed it early.
They closed it as the elevator door opened and I just...
Brutal.
Yeah.
I'd have been pissed.
Saddest coffee I've ever had.
So you guys are East Coast boys, right? New York, New Jersey, all of you?
I grew up in Ohio, but yeah, I'm East Coast now.
So how did you all get together and start jamming out? How did you find each other?
Julian and I had like rival bands when we were growing up. Basically, we met. Julian claims that I was a dick to him when we first met.
Huge.
Wait, tell me more.
I don't know.
So no, back then it was before I discovered these wedgie things for my glasses. I used to wear a headband, like a Nike headband, and he wore the same one. So I'm like, dude, sick headband. You just gave me like one of like the. I'm like.
I don't remember this at all.
No, and then the drummer in my band left as he had left his band, so I just like shot him a DM. I'm like, hey dude, let's play. He's like, all right. And that was it.
Double headbands or no?
No headbands by this point.
We had moved on from the headbands at that point.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, and then we were looking for a singer, and Andy was playing like an open mic thing, acoustic, and we were like, that guy rocks. We should work with him. And then I don't know. We started playing Call of Duty together. We're like, this guy's our best friend.
That's like the same. Have you seen the movie American Satan?
No.
With Andy Biersack.
Oh, I know what you're.
Band that sells their soul to the devil. That's how they
they
meet their singer.
All right.
Keep an eye on that. So about 10 years ago, you guys released your breakout song "High." Zane Lowe from BBC called it the next like hype thing, which is. Yeah, that's a big compliment right there. But basically, you guys are singing about you can't have highs without the lows because everything would be one or the other, right? Yeah. So as a band, can you think of one of or the biggest high you guys have had? It could be individually too.
For me, it was playing Firefly. We opened the festival and it had been raining for days and it was just like a mud pit. So we weren't really anticipating there to be a lot of people there, and we walked out on stage to like 20,000 people.
It was crazy.
And it was just like, it's truly nothing like it. It was
I think simultaneously, like a fun thing with that is that that was also like for me, I did not sleep at all the night before. I had like a crazy night, and Julian and I lived together at the time, and I remember getting back to our apartment and opening the door and his alarm going off for us to like leave to go play the show. So I showed up and I was just like, I'm gonna die today. But we had the best time. It was such a great show. So that was like my high and low all on the same day. I don't know.
Do you guys have a high?
See, the problem is I'm just like the most optimistic human ever, so everything's always pretty good for me.
I like that.
To be honest.
Max is a golden retriever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it too.
The continental breakfast.
The continental breakfast before Firefly. We opened, and we're all huge Weezer fans. So we've opened up for Weezer a handful of times. So we've done. It was like this weird free radio festival in downtown El Paso, and since it's El Paso, Texas, everyone in El Paso was there, and so it was just an open downtown like area where it had to be like 30,000 people, and it was just us and Weezer. Super cool.
Did you guys get to like meet and hang out with Rivers or anyone in the band?
I don't know if I would call it meeting or hanging out with him, but this was at a separate show we played with them in San Jose, and we were walking to stage for sound check, and their wardrobe was sitting outside of their green room, and I kind of like peered in as I was walking by, and I like caught eyes with Rivers and like bumped into their wardrobe, and I was carrying a big glass of whiskey because I was an alcoholic, and I just spilled it all over their wardrobe, and like
It like shattered in the hallway.
he saw everything, and I was just like making eyes with him, and it wasn't him, it was somebody else in the room, but it like the door just slowly closed right in my face, and I was like, well, there
With
it
a little
goes.
creak. Just-
Truly, and I was like,
Yeah.
that was my one encounter with.
We took like a beat in it, and I was like, we're never gonna play with them again. But we did, and it was great.
Somebody told me that he is a huge metalhead.
Really?
And because he's really smart, right? And he
yeah.
writes these algorithms that can write like pop hits. But
Yeah.
I heard that he is like low key heavy metal.
That's
surprised
awesome.
me. I mean,
Strikes me
like,
as an Iron Maiden guy.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's awesome.
So you guys have had a bunch of singles over the years, some success with that, and then you guys took a little bit of a break. And was it 18?
yeah.
What sparked you guys getting back together?
I think there were multiple factors. I think one of the biggest things was COVID, honestly. And one of the reasons we took a pause in the first place was to let some of the legal dust settle from our previous label partnership. But I don't know. Our thing has always been about finding the silver lining in the good and in the sort of not so great situations in the mundane parts of life. And COVID really kind of forced us to do that. And we started writing songs that felt like Young Rising Sun songs again because of that, I think. And we're like, yeah, I think this is what we need to be doing. So.
Are you guys following any of this insane Drake-Kendrick beef?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to follow it, and I can't really follow it. But
so much.
it got me thinking: if you could see a beef between two musicians, any two in the world, I'm thinking like Britney Spears, Yoko Ono, or maybe Clay Aiken and Corey Taylor. If you could pick any two that just randomly beef with, who do you think it would be?
Like, who do I think?
He's going.
Who do I think, or who do I want it to be?
Both.
Okay, yeah.
Taylor Swift and Beyonce.
That would
Their fans would.
that would actually cause like
Yeah.
a civil war.
Yeah,
like that
divide
would
the
be
country more than
yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I don't know. I think I want to choose someone who's like really, really serious. Like I want like Liam Gallagher, and then like Weird Al Yankovic.
That's
weird, because I was just thinking when you
something
said
like
that.
that would be a
That'd be really
fun,
fun, yeah.
like just like two opposite ends of the spectrum.
One
and
just a big dick and the other
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
just like such a like a goober, and it's just like great. That's a fun kind of like head to head.
Juxtaposition.
Yeah.
I like it.
Anyone got anything else?
That's such a loaded question. It would take me like an hour to think about it.
I'm thinking like the Walmart kid and the Yodel.
Yeah, the Yodel.
Like the Island
Yeah.
Boys or something.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
oh my yeah.
Or like the Baja Men and Backstreet Boys. Just like so random.
One just barking. And
Yeah, literally.
Okay, so on the Fuse, we got a guy from Detroit, we got a guy from Chicago, and then you guys based in New York. So I'm gonna do a little Marry Kiss Kill pizza edition.
Okay.
So Marry Kiss Kill, New York style, Chicago style, or Detroit style.
Kill Detroit.
Yeah.
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 Marry New York. And kiss Chicago.
We'll
Yeah.
fling with Chicago.
I'm
Yeah.
there with you.
I'm going marry New York, kill Chicago, kiss Detroit.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, I got you. I'm here for it. Yeah.
See what you did there, Steve.
But I like Detroit.
Yeah.
though.
All right,
I do
here we
enjoy.
go.
I do enjoy.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know.
Nice. So what's next? What's in the future for Young Rising Suns?
We're finishing up this tour that we're on now. It wraps in like 2 weeks, something like that. And doing some more touring later in the year. Some more music coming and finishing up an album.
Awesome. Well, best of luck, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.